Does your kid love Lego? If so, you might be interested to know that there is a way to build this into an activity that develops their social communication, their language, and their problem-solving skills. So if you're interested in that, keep watching. My name's Bryony Rust, I'm a speech and language therapist, and in this video I want to give you a brief overview of the key aspects of Lego therapy so that you can get a bit of a feel for it and decide if you want to find out more. Lego therapy is a structured approach to helping children develop these important life skills that was first pioneered by a neuropsychologist back in the 90s called Dr. Daniel Legoff. It's now used by a range of people across the globe to help children in a structured way develop their social communication and language skills. It's one of those approaches that can be surprisingly simple yet effective and a really motivating way to help children figure out how to interact and solve problems within a group. In a Lego therapy session, 3 children come together, each with a specific role, to work together on a shared building project. So our 3 roles are engineer, supplier, and builder. First, we have the engineer. This is the person who is responsible for looking at the instructions for the building project and for telling the supplier what bricks we need next and asking the supplier to give those bricks to the builder. Next, we have the supplier. The supplier's job is to listen to the engineer and to find the pieces and perhaps to chat with the engineer and say, oh, is this right? Do I have the right piece here? I've got a little triangle. Is that the right thing? So to talk and listen and then pass those pieces over to the builder. There's a lot of listening involved and also checking in, finding out from the engineer if they are putting these things in the right place and checking that they've constructed it correctly. We're breaking down something that can often be just a solo activity, looking at the instructions, finding the pieces and constructing it together. And by breaking it up into individual distinct roles, we're helping children to work together because they need each other, because each of them have these different roles that are all interlinked. You can imagine within all this, children are developing their joint attention skills as well because they've all got this one point of focus, this growing Lego construction that they're all working on and thinking about together. And this joint attention is a key part of social communication. So as each child has a specific job to do, they have to interact with each other to complete this shared building project. And there are a lot of communication skills involved in this. Listening to instructions, giving instructions, using descriptive language, checking our own comprehension, checking in with the other person. Have I got this right? I'm not sure about this bit. All really important skills for working within any group and also for learning within a classroom as well. The group also has to work together to solve problems. If there's a point in the construction that hasn't quite gone according to plan, or if there's a bit of a communication breakdown, there's aspects of verbal communication and also non-verbal communication. So picking up on the other person, whether they look confused, what gestures they might be using, and paying attention to all of this within this focused Lego time. There's also the aspects of wider social understanding that children are practicing within this. So being patient with someone else if they're taking a bit of time to figure something out, considering a situation from someone else's perspective, and being flexible as we work together in a group. So basically, we're just talking about teamwork and we're breaking down all of the many, sometimes complicated aspects of working effectively in a group and practicing each of them within a structured format where each person has a clear role. As with any group activity, it's really useful to establish some ground rules at the beginning, things like respecting each other, using kind words, deciding how you're going to work out any points of conflict within the group. And also a key rule to establish is that each of these roles rotate after each session. So children who take part within Lego therapy sessions often will do it for a block of several sessions because these are big skills that they're working on developing. And so it's really important that children don't get attached to one particular role. You can imagine how some children might prefer to be the engineer or to be the builder, and so it's a useful opportunity to practice thinking about others and share those roles between them. You can adjust the challenge of this task depending on what kind of building project you choose. So if you're working with children at the very beginning who maybe don't have a lot of complex language or a lot of patience for working within a group, then you might create your own super simple Lego building project that might just involve stacking up a few bricks, and you can take photos to create your own instruction booklet for this. And as your group becomes more confident and competent working within a group, then Lego has you covered because there are a myriad of different building project kits kits out there designed by LEGO that come ready with the instruction booklets. So those are the key aspects of LEGO therapy, giving each person a specific role, defining the rules and the boundaries of those roles, and helping children to figure out and negotiate the communication and social thinking skills involved within this. As with many of those effective, beautifully simplistic strategies, there can be some more refinements and complexities to it, particularly in the adult facilitation role, in understanding those children's needs, understanding what parts of the process might be difficult for them, and what they might need extra help with. So it's well worth finding out a little bit more about if it's something that you think your child would enjoy and benefit from. LEGO therapy is just one of a variety of fantastic activities and strategies out there for developing social communication skills, which is a key part of how all of us thrive within life. So if you're interested in finding out more about developing children's communication skills, their confidence and sense of connection, then do. My name's Bryony Rust, I'm a speech and language therapist, and I'm here every week sharing with you ideas about developing children's confidence and connection through better communication. If you'd like to find out more, then do hit subscribe and maybe share this video with someone who might be interested in the topic we talked about today. Thanks for joining me, I'll see you next time.